Yo, guys, I was still saying, I hope you guys are good. Um, I'm live because I'm going to be having an interview shortly. But anyway, I hope everyone is good. Ngithemba ukuthi ni right, guys. Unfortunately, guys, I'm not taking a request namhlanje. I'm specifically doing this interview and then I'll bounce. I've got some work to do today. So yeah, I'm just gonna have this live interview, then I'm out. Yeah. And that's it. Phew. Hi.
Good evening.
How are you? Oh my gosh, you even dressed up for this. Got memo so I can look all professional, ma'am.
Oh my goodness. Phela show yami yokuqala le, so I had to make sure I looked the part.
Oh my god, you should have told me. Now I'm just here in a white top. You should have told me.
Look at your face. You look at your face. You look the part. You look the
Oh my
part. I
god.
tell you.
Let
Siyaphila njani sis?
me not bore the people. Let's just get down to it.
Sure, and I wanna just appreciate really everyone who's joining us right now, and also just really thank you for making the time for me, for us to chat like this. I mean, I got so interested, and so I got so much enthusiasm last time the last time I was involved on your live, and yeah. Guys, so I really want to just appreciate your time. Mandy, again, because of the Yami show, Lena, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem, dude, no problem.
Although I'm not the host actually of the but yeah. But yeah, so I mean, I'm for someone who doesn't know, I'm into broadcasting, I'm into journalism. So this is a great opportunity for me to engage with you. And this chat is really just to get to know you, especially, behind what people see, where either when you are out there doing your acting campaigns or even on screen for that matter. So I'm not going to take a lot of time, but for everybody else, yeah, this is just what the chat is about. So my first question really that I want to go into, ngifuna ukuthi sikhulule everybody, because I know a lot of people where did you grow up and how was your upbringing as a child?
Okay, cool. So, okay, Mandisa Vilakazi is a young girl. Can you hear me?
I can, yes, I can.
Okay. So, Mandisa Vilakazi is a young girl from Pietermaritzburg. I grew up in PMB. Primary, I went to Bisley Park Primary School. High school, I went to Carter High School. So basically, I'm a girl from a very small town. In Maritzburg, njengoba ngishilo. Yeah, my upbringing was very simple. I grew up in a home where ubaba umfundisi, like abazali bami bayakholwa, so that's the lifestyle I know. I think as music, obviously I had to unlearn them. Other things I had to learn them the minute I left home and went to varsity sengihlala ngedwa, yabo. But yeah, my upbringing was very simple. Ngikhuliswe ngevangeli, ngezwi, and that's that. Yeah.
And that's nice. I mean, that was a family of how many people?
You know what? My brothers moved out of home grade 6. So I can more or less say it was just mom, Nami, and my dad. So literally I'm a loner. Even today, I always tell people that as much as I enjoy being around people, but whenever I go back to my place, I always say I just want to be alone. Hence, I couldn't even stay at res when I got to university because my mom always used to say, dude, I've seen you and I know how much you appreciate being by yourself. So I feel like if I let you go stay with other kids, you're going to be a problem because I've got days where I just don't feel like talking, you know? So she was like, so
Oh, I
other kids
see.
will have to tolerate that. So since I understand that you grew by yourself, you can tolerate people, but once there's no need, segmele uyohlala wedwa. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's great. I mean, should I assume that ubu intombi kababa or the mother's side?
Yeah, I'm more of a daddy's girl. Oh, my dude. So,
Like the rest of us. I mean, I mean, from my side, I'm also a boy's dad or a daddy's boy.
boy, yeah, yeah.
And yeah. And I'm a last born. Are you also a last born?
Yes, I am. Yes, amongst boys only.
Yeah, yeah. Fantastic. And really, let's just get.
Please repeat that. Ubukhatha kancane yazi.
Oh, sorry. So I was just asking, I mean, with your surroundings and with you, drawing inspirations from many other platforms that you're exposed to as Ingane,
Yes, yes.
what drew you into acting?
Okay, cool. So njengoba ngishilo ukuthi ngikhulele enkonzweni my dad umfundisi. So people always laugh. Others don't even believe me when I tell them I started acting as early as the age of 4. At the age of 4, I was already
Oh,
acting. So
nice.
Sunday school dude would have, those, we'd have like a Christmas party and stuff. So we'd have to do performances like plays from the Bible.
Yes.
Yes. So I did a lot of those for years. During I grew up in Konzweng. So as early as 4, when I started speaking in deconstructive, I had to do those plays and I killed them. So me and like Indra
Oh,
actor goes from way, way back. So yeah,
way
that's
back.
where
Yeah.
I loved it. That's where I was spotted as a performer, and I
Hmm.
myself obviously grew to realize, this is what I love, this is what I can do, because loving something is one thing, but being able to do it is another thing.
Being able to do it is the other. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
And I mean,
yeah.
I would assume that I'm trying to really think hard of an actor or an actress who has never done role plays for them to actually acknowledge what they're an actual performer or they're an actual actor.
Mm,
So I mean, I think that's a great place for you to sort of see yourself and sort of discover, I'm actually good at this thing and I can actually pursue it. But
mm,
when as young as you are, you're exposed to these role plays that you can do at school. In terms of the
mm.
professional side of actually doing acting, especially when you're now becoming a teen and you're quite sure with acting. What were
Yes,
you
yes.
exposed to more? Is it dramas? Is it series? Different movies, for example, that you thought, oh, okay, this catches my attention?
um yo Dude, I loved television. Njengenkathi
Sure.
mina everything, it started off with cartoons. Ngangimathanda opopayi, angihlalela i-TV, dude, I was that kid. Like my parents would go to sleep, I'd wake up, sneak back because obviously I had to go to bed first. Because I loved television. So I've never been really picky as to, oh, this is what I love. I just watch anything and everything so long as I can learn something. Yeah, that's just me. So TV because I don't watch television how I used to watch it before I got educated. Now I sit down and I watch a
Cool.
lot of things and I'm just like, this could have been done
Yeah.
like this, but it's fine. So yeah. I think I'm the worst person to watch television with because I'm always like I'm not what I'm always criticizing, but I'm always watching with an open mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, uye wangishiya nje imzuzwana, but I think, thank God I have you back. And do you have like specific, telenovelas that you used to watch and that were your favorite and that perhaps you sort of you sort of thought, oh, okay, I'd actually like to be in this?
Dude, let me be honest with you. I like everything I see in South Africa, you know. I like
Yeah,
South African stuff. Um,
yeah.
yeah, I don't have like one. I'd love to be in all of them, and it's possible in South Africa. So I like every single one that I'm being serious because I've watched every single one. And yeah, man, it's just unfortunate that Amanya coming to an end. For example, Isbaya is coming to an end, and it's also one of
Oh,
those thingies. Yeah, siyaphela Isbaya soon. I like, you know. So to me, it's like, oh, siphela nginga, you know, without the
yeah,
experience of being part of, you know. But
yeah,
like, to be honest with you, I genuinely love South African stuff. Yeah, I love it, you know.
yeah,
Zonke,
yeah,
literally. I don't have one that I sit and be like, obviously you get some moments where you're like, okay, but
yeah.
otherwise I like South African stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and beyond that, and you now being the actress, where I mean, and perhaps this is a follow-up question from the previous question last time we were having a conversation. Do you want to see yourself
Yes,
rather
yes.
dominating in a more permanent production, like for example, a daily story, a drama or a series, or do you want to see yourself doing more movies, where you're actually moving from one director or one production to another?
Another. At the during same time, you know, I want to get as much experience as possible. So at this present moment, I'm looking into a global contract on a certain production. God knows which
Mm,
one. For
yes.
now, that's what I'm praying for, you know.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
for my own experience, there will come a time where I'm saying I'm only doing movies, you know. But for now, I think, yeah, that's what I want for now. For my own experience, you know. At the end of the day,
yeah.
I've got bigger plans. You know, Umandis is more than just an actress. She's also a writer. She's
Yes.
also a director by profession. Ne?
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, at this present moment, yeah, global contracts will be cool for the next
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, and then from there we move forward, obviously.
That's beautiful, and those are great ambitions, I must say. But you would agree with me that there's a lot of very ambitious young actors and performers out there, but it's very difficult to actually get in the professional space. Number one, not to even mention being on screen. you know um
Mm.
what are some of the things that you had to do, or some of the challenges that you've had before you actually made your big screenings, like your Durban Gen and your Uzalo?
You know, dude, I'll be honest, and I always say
Yeah.
this. I think I've watched so many interviews of people, and
Mm,
abantu angazi nohlobo abantu abekho honest, but guys, angeke ngikhulume ngoMandisa Vilakazi. I don't want to say I'm the first person, but I'm one of the few people that say it for me it wasn't rocket science, dude. I'll tell you my story, my journey. No, I'm being honest
sure,
because
sure.
I feel like I'm interview wonke sengingabo umuntu. It has been hard in. I mean, it has been so simple in a sense of I have a friend. He's on Uzalo. His name is
Okay,
Omeka Mncube. He's
okay,
playing the role of Peliline. I remember. Okay,
okay,
Bengfunda na esikoleni. We all did
okay,
drama together at DT. Yikumulu to Omeka. I think we were doing first year, if not second year, where when he got a role on Uzal, we were so excited. And you know, something came to me. It was a matter of, dude, get an agency. I was still at school. So usually people don't advise getting an agency while you're still at school, especially because in Sami, they don't allow you to do outside jobs while you're still at school. But I just,
okay.
for some reason, last year, in my head, I woke up one morning and decided I'm looking for an agency. January. You know, and you like new goals, new what. So I was like,
Yes,
let me give this
yes,
thing a try.
yeah.
And I was browsing through Instagram, I remember, and then I came across Imizan casting agents. I was like, I read about it. I saw the people they've produced that are actually on Uzan. So I was like, let me give them a call. Gave them a call. They're like, I set a meeting with them, went to the office at 3:20. I ngagcwalisa ama forms. I came back with my documents, did a photo shoot. Literally 3 months after joining the agency, I got a gig. When I got the gig, I did an audition, I got the role, and that was it.
Yeah. Wow.
You know?
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
like, even with my other roles, I have a manager as well. My manager was like, yo, there's a gig I got. Oh, but obviously you need to do an audition because Millions audition. I think in Kinga, yabantu abaningi fika audition ukuthi you do an audition and you get rejected. Lucky enough, ngonkulunkulu emuhle, the auditions that I did, I got the role, you know. So into ebenzima for mina ukuthi okay, cool. I got the roles nakhona because COVID happened, so I was able to do these jobs. Had it not been for COVID, because school doesn't allow that. So I got the jobs because during COVID I was at home. So I was like, okay, cool, let me do this. The only problem that I had, or the challenge that I faced, was juggling school and work. Because I remember we erased. I had to come to Joburg for 5 weeks. COVID was at its peak. I remember ukuthi kwakuvalwe ngisho ama-flights. So ngithe ngishuthi erased, bengishuta nozalo. So there were times, you know, I remember I used to say to my friends, I'll never take a bus to Joburg. I'll never do that. Life will show you, never say no. So when I was shooting erased, I'd shoot from 6 a.m. in the morning, knock off and go 8. Mangiphuma ngo-8 kusasa ekuseni ngo-7 kumele ngibe kuzalo ngibe kwamash. So do you understand? When I knock off, I quickly go to my place in Joburg, I shower, ngiyimlo nge-Park Station, I take a bus overnight, get to Durban at least 5:15 ekuseni, I go to my place in Durban, I shower, 6 o'clock isifikile imoto izongilanda ngoshuthi uzalo. Mangiqeda uzalo ngo-12, I'm at the airport, I'm flying to Durban. I did that for a week, cabang.
Wow.
So that was the biggest challenge for me, having to juggle 2 jobs and school, because the classes were commencing on MS Teams, on Zoom. And man, it was a nightmare. You know, I had deadlines. It was a mess. Like, there was a time where I thought of dropping out. Like, I was this close. A friend of mine was like, no, dude, it's not worth it. I mean, this is your final year. You can't, Mandisa, like, make a plan. I don't know how. So yeah, that's the only challenge I faced, which was having to juggle school and work. Otherwise, no. Yeah, and like, don't get me wrong, I've done auditions. Ngangathathu. I think those are the only challenges I've faced. But otherwise, I've done auditions, amanye ngawathola ama-road. But that's the nature of our industry. It's like interviews. I always say auditions I interview for us. And it's not every interview that you go to that you. So Gumina, I don't call being rejected in an audition as a challenge. It's the nature of the business, you know.
Yeah. And that's, oh my goodness, that is such a very, you know, a genuine story. Because like you say, you know, a lot of other, you know, famous or celebrities out there want to be known by the struggle that they've actually had before they actually, you know, accomplished their goal or accomplished a certain character in a story. And that's great. And I'm glad you didn't drop out. I would have imagined.
I was so close.
But I can also imagine that hectic schedule you had there. It must have been.
It was bad in a sense. I'd hop in the bus. I need to be 17 min. From Yimlong, Park Station. I jump in the bus. I need to take out my laptop, dude. I need to finish assignments. So Nakon, it's not a matter of what I hop in a bus. No, Babes has work to do. I do.
Yes.
Laptop. It was a nightmare. At some point I got sick because I was traveling all the day. I was in the airport almost every day. In the back, I got sick to some degree. But I was like, you know what? I've got work to do. Back up. I sit back and laugh when I think about, when Erase started playing and the messages I was getting from people. I was like, yeah, guys, if only you guys knew what I went through. I went through a lot. Yeah, but no, I don't want to lie. Yeah, but I'd get many anxiety attacks because it was so overwhelming, dude. It was so, like, we're in the middle of a pandemic and I need to make sure, because at some point I was made to choose between UZALO and Erased. Then someone came up to me, what, that you can do both. I was like, how? But if you're determined enough, if you're willing to put in the extra work, you can do both. I was like, okay,
wow.
you know what? This is a deep end, but I'm gonna swim. I did both. I did both.
Sure. And wow, you're a star, honestly, because I mean, who hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can
Hi,
hear you.
no,
I can hear you.
oh, I lost you for a second there. So I was saying, and I'm not sure if you heard this, that you're a star, honestly, because you being in the industry, first go, if it was first go or the first try,
Mm.
and and already you are in demand by more than one production. It just tells you, Uti, the potential you
Mm.
have as an actress. Just amazing. But now I want to know, during you being busy, we are late, what production or which role was then the role that when you got literally, and then when you sit down and you're like, oh, okay, this is my breakthrough, guys?
Yo, dude, let me be honest with you. I've never thought of it that way. It's okay, this is
Okay.
my breakthrough.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like I treat roles, they're all special to me because I feel like
Sure.
they all teach me a certain thing. I've been really fortunate that with the roles that I've played, I haven't played anything that is similar to me, you know. From the role you erased, I was playing lead there. That girl was a prostitute, you know,
Oh my goodness. Oh.
stinking attitude, this, that. She was nothing close to being. She was someone who has been raped and everything. Her story is so deep. So it taught me something. Move to UZALO. That girl was a psycho, complete psycho. Nothing
Yes.
similar to Mandisa. She taught me something. Then you move to Durban Gen, Usonto. Uyazivuthela ngokwakhe. Nothing similar to Mandisa. She told me. So all my roles, dude, I appreciate every single one of them because they've taught me something, They've
Mm, mm,
yeah, they've taught me something because they're obviously nothing similar to Umandis. Yeah, bo?
mm, mm. And the
Yeah.
reason I'm asking that is because, as someone who wishes and works very hard to get into a particular space or into a particular industry,
Yes.
there's only immediate environment that knows you. Uti can do this, But up until I get, that role on ENCA, which is the platform I want to be on, up until I get that role, or up until I get that job on ENCA or any other platform, now it becomes a little overwhelming because now there's more people that know me, and now
Um,
I'm not going to be addressed in the other way.
please repeat your question. I lost you a bit.
So I was saying the reason I actually asked that earlier is because, uma umuntu nje oyi-citizen nje elijwayele, a normal student, or just a person nje, a random person, and all of a
Yes.
sudden now your life has changed to you being on screen, and now you have to live to this particular perception that people have of you being a celebrity, unreachable, and a whole lot of other factors that I can mention. I mean, how's that life really?
Okay, let's correct one thing, Mandisa Vilakazi. I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm not a celebrity. I'm an artist, dude. So there's a difference between a celebrity and an artist. I always say, if you had to invite me kini kunomcimbi, dude, cela ungangihlalisi in the VIP, make me chill with everyone else. Can I not be treated extra special
Yes.
because I appear on television? Nah. It's deeper than that. I'm an artist. I'm not a celebrity. I went to school for this, and it's just unfortunate that we package ukuthi kuhamba nokuba famous, yabo. But I always say, if I had the chance to get on set with a different face and I'd do that with pleasure, because what comes along with what I do is sometimes not pleasant. You know, the reason why I say I'm not a celebrity is because, dude, yeah, but if you went to school for it, it becomes more of a passion, more of something that makes you happy than something that will get you paid. It njengisho ukuthi yazi ukuthi ngibalekele nokuthi angifuni ukuthi kusasa theatre mase ngifelwe. In actual fact, this happened the other time when I was in Durban. So I took my car to service, ne? I took my car to service, and then I had to quickly go and see, or I went to a salon near Rapunzel. In Rapunzel, konjina a street nomuba in Durban, and size. So obviously my car, ilapha go Bosch, Florence Nzama, yes. I'm here. Dude, I'm a kumbi bengwakibela before I had a car, so I don't have a problem. So I was like, oh, let me take a taxi. Why not? I had a mask on. The minute I stood, I'm like, what's going on? And then because someone greeted me, what's how yeah, and I'm like, shit, how did I even forget? Like literally, it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. So how Liyana, now I'm like, well, yeah, but again, so I was no cause know my car. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Yes, I can hear you.
So no guys, I took you can't be explaining those things to people, you know. So I was like, how in that? That time my car's in service. You know, so the reason why I say I'm not an artist, I don't get offended by people asking me Uti. Because at the end of the day, to me, I'm doing this because it's something I can do. One, it's something I'm passionate about. Even the Bible says it's one of the skills that I have. It's one of the talents that I was blessed with, ne? So it's unfortunate ukuthi ihamba nokuthi abantu automatically assume ukuthi okay, akasahambi. But on like overall, like I always get people here amongst my life. How does it feel like being a celebrity? I can't answer that question because I'm not a celebrity. I'm an artist. I am an artist, and my man, I don't know where, and then you get the shock of your life, bro. Like in Durban, there's a shop, a socket, a place. I go there, like I go there. They've got nice clothes there, so I go. You know, because you bump into people and they get the shock, and you're like, and then what's up? I'm not a celebrity, dude. I'm an artist. I'm not a celebrity.
Sure. And that's why when we started this conversation, I wanted to make sure, Guti, people understand that these people that we see on our screens, that we watch on these different movies and other productions, abantu abakule, you know, with different backgrounds and all of that, but they grew up as humans, as us as well. And that stories that they tell there, most importantly, they need to reach to us. So how can Mandisa there act is something angayazi, noma something that she cannot relate to, you know, it becomes, I'm assuming it becomes quite difficult. So I always try and really see the individual behind the performer, and I can attest to you being a great human being, because here we are today. But speaking of which, I want to go back a bit, and we're almost at the end of the session. I want to go back.
You wanna go back? You wanna go back to?
The conversation we had a bit earlier about the different characters that you highlighted that you've played so far, and just to name a few, the three, which was one in Erased, and the second in Durban Gen, and the last in UZALO. I think there is a common trait, and you might agree or disagree with me. Do I see you playing these different characters, but and I'm looking for a keyword, maybe anger. Can you? Is it? What do these producers and casting directors see? Can they see that you can actually portray anger so well? Because when I look at Nomasonto, I look at how angry she was, at her sister for leaving there, Mbasase Ngan and all of that, and I look at the villain that you played, with the character that you had in UZALO, because we took it up until it actually grew and it became something big, and we saw all these characters actually capable of a lot.
Let me start off by saying those characters are not the same. Those
Yeah,
three characters are not the same.
yeah, you disagree.
Yes, I
Yeah,
disagree in a sense. Unomasonto, she had her own issues. She was mad at her sister, dude, because
yeah,
obviously she did not know the truth. But obviously, as time goes on, you see a switch with Unomasonto. Maya says she loses well.
yes,
No, dude, this woman was actually trying to sell me off.
yeah, yeah,
So, I'll cast her because they've seen you previously. Was no, an actress or an actor can be given in with me. You can give me any role, whether you're requiring me tete, be the sweetest. It's so I don't have a problem. Give it to me. I'll do it for you.
yeah,
It's fine. I
yeah,
went to school 3 years long for land, so characters are not the same. You do research about characters. For example, we erased. I was this girl that was adopted by white parents, and she got raped by one of the family friends, and then decided that, you know what, I'm leaving your Daisa, because the family still protected the person that raped Utain. So
mm, mm,
when I read the script and I heard that I got the role, excuse me, I thought to myself, I don't want someone that has been raped before to look at this character and say, oh, she doesn't even know what she's doing. So I went on as far as doing my own research. I spoke to this one lady who's about my age that has been raped. I Doing my research with her, obviously I told her, but to me it was more of picking up certain habits, how 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 you can't talk about certain things because they evoke certain emotions, small
sure,
gestures that she'll randomly. I did my
yeah,
research about that because I didn't want someone watching outside. She's never been raped, so you can tell. I did my
mm,
research thoroughly with that. And
mm,
personally, when I watched it, I was like, you did a great job, babes. You know,
mm, mm,
especially because from day one, when I read the script, I was like, how am I but obviously an actress or an actor prepares. So I had to prepare. I had to go around, speak to people that have been raped, pick up certain habits, gestures, this and that. Let's switch to Uzalo. Uzalo, I was a psycho, complete psycho. Ne?
yes,
It's very funny because most people didn't get it. Not that they didn't get it, but that's how people watch television. Ne? But when I
okay,
explain it, it actually clicks with, oh, actually, I always say when you watch television, ask yourself, what are we being taught here?
okay,
Most people
yeah,
watch television. The reason why they didn't get the whole idea is because people watch television for the sake of watching it, for the sake of entertainment. But
yes,
initially, television should be about mobilizing and conscientizing. What is mobilizing and conscientizing? I'll break it down. to mobilize is to make someone aware of something. So theater is all about mobilizing and conscience. So mobilizing says to make aware of something, and then conscientizing is to take action. Now you're aware of what is happening. Take action. Yeah? So with all these mediums, theater and film, initially they should be about mobilizing and conscientizing the society. So Liyana, dude, Liyana, that girl had mental problems. In our society, we do have girls that are that pretty, that have those mental problems, but the way we've normalized uba toxic, then the way we've normalized being psycho, ukuze umuntu ukuthiwa ujola nosibanibani, umuntu umuze echoma ngokuthi no ongimphahlazela amawindi. How on earth is that right? How does the next person feel that that is the way to go? That is a mental problem. Awukho right, dude. You know? So Liyana was there to make people aware of a mental illness. Because ayikho umuntu right owenza njeya. So it was there to teach the society. We have these type of girls in the society, but let's be honest, those people need help. Abeko, right? You know? But the way we've normalized ukuba toxic, abantu bachome ngokuba ama-psycho when they actually need help, you know? So that was the whole reasoning or the whole idea behind this Liyana girl. But obviously people just saw this beautiful girl that was just mad and obsessed with indoor. No, that wasn't just, that was it was there to teach the society, yo guys, society, and they're too pretty for you guys to even look into that. I know kuze qanda manga kuthiwa hayi umfana uyidlisile le ntombazane kanti no usisi une-mental illness yakhe, and that's that. And unfortunately, mental illness or mental illness in day corner, guys, we cannot shy away from that, you know. So
yeah, I mean, it's no secret that you gave some proper competition ngoba wayetatazela ngempela makabona ukuthi hayi cha usibu sekaqonye ngapha. And I really love the idea of even going into a lookalike situation where you actually know how to dress like and you know, have hair like her, you know, look like her, speak like her. That was my favorite part of it. And I saw great acting skills there. Listen, now you as an actress, as a Mandy, how far are you willing to sort of challenge yourself? Because I understand that there's just a lot that takes to be a great actor or a great actress. In terms of language, for example, how far are you willing to challenge yourself if you were to be absorbed into a production that sort of demands you to speak a foreign language? When I say foreign from you, because at the moment we are seeing you dominating in Zulu, in Zulu stories, and you know that must be very comfortable. How far are you in challenging yourself? How far would you go?
Yo, dude, I'm willing to go as far as, so I don't stay in KZN anymore, ne? Like I always tell my friends around here that, guys, you'll need to teach me Isuthu Nestwana. Like I'm currently learning, you know. So I'm sure, dude. I'm willing to go as far as that. And not just with language, dude, even with certain roles. Konama roles that I don't like. I don't like anything that is within my comfort zone. Like I remember there's a production, I won't say it ngegama. I had Amakhola Mbalwa. They wanted me to come and play a girl that is similar to Mandisa, a girl that will have long nails on a good day, makeup on, weave, dress up. I was like, no, thank you. That was too much of me. I was like, nah, thank you.
Yeah. And that must be great.
I like things that are not within my comfort zone. I don't want to watch it and be like, you know, I don't want something that I'll do effortlessly. In terms of you know, like walk in there, not even have to prepare. So I like roles that are not me. That are I like that. Because I mean, in
Yeah.
varsity, that's what I was taught. You know, in varsity, you get to do Shakespeare. Shakespeare has no child's play. That thing requires how you even say your tone, your pace, you, you know. So if you're giving me that is something along the lines of Umandis, it's like, oh, dude, no.
I just have to be
Yeah.
me. You just have to get there and be yourself.
Yeah.
But at the moment, you speak how many languages, if I may ask? Or you can speak how many
IsiZulu,
languages?
ekhaya, Nkosi yami, a bit of Xhosa, and obviously English. So far it's just that. How boring. Yeah, no, I still have a long way to go. Still have a long way to go.
Nah, you're gonna learn these. By the way, did I say during the conversation, good, this call is actually coming from Gauteng, and and I'm someone who I know my mother's side is Zulu, but I was not exposed to isiZulu sangempela noma ukukhuluma isiZulu. So mangila elokishini, and ngikhuluma isiZulu mhlawumbe nabantu bangale, it becomes that, oh, okay, now was ukukhuluma isiZulu kanjena futhi, and I'm like, oh, well, if you're determined to learn something, then why not,
Yeah,
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 so
definitely.
yeah, I've got that spirit as well. And I think this is going to be the same question I asked you the last time, and you answered it so nicely. Hopes and dreams and more ambitions for Umandi. You remember that, hey?
Yeah, I remember that. The answer is still the same. Dude. I'm still coming back with the same. Um, uh, I'm hoping for the best, but still preparing for the worst. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Regards to my dreams and goals, I always say I do not announce my plans and my goals. I
yeah.
announce the outcomes, the results.
Sure, sure,
So
sure.
you'll see the progress, but I'm the next big thing. I'm the next big thing.
Mina, I'll make an assumption, all right? And my assumption is that, and
Yeah.
maybe we can make a bet on it as well. My assumption is that Nomasonto is gonna come back.
Okay, and guys, that's all I'm talking about. No. Let me
Yeah.
be honest. Iqinisile liyafuneka emhlabeni. Angazi,
Yes.
but I hope she comes back. Honestly, I feel like our storyline was beautiful on UZALO and
Yes.
Gen. It would be really
Yes.
interesting to see what happens after my social need. How do we move forward? Now I'm interested as an individual to, you know, to see how would we, like how would the writers write how we move forward? I'm interested in seeing that. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I in my mind, and I'm looking at because you've mentioned that when people watch stories, when the audience watch stories, there should be a motive. You should be able to learn something at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And for me, I'm about production. I look at a lot of things, and I
Mm.
and I notice I can sort of project to what's the next thing that's going to happen with whatever character
Yes.
and all of that. And I've seen how they are able to sort of make Usbusiso a lead character and then still take him out of the story and then make him come back.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that's when I actually saw would know they can take a family what's her name? Is it Fanele? They can take away family
Well, that's her real
um,
name, but on stage,
yes, yes, yes.
what is Vanessa's name on stage?
I will just stick to
I go,
Fanele.
why am I forgetting her name? Hey,
I also
guys.
I
But
also don't know why because
Fanel.
yes. I also don't know why because I watch the story a lot, so I love
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
exactly, with me as well.
Yeah. So I saw how I can actually project how they're able to take away the family Afanele for now and then be able to bring them back later for a particular storyline. And I mean, the great news from my side is that I'm going to be having a conversation very soon with your younger sister in the story. What's her name?
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that is so beautiful. That's oh man. I'm guys ngingitshela ukuthi nini I want to watch. I want to be there. I want to be the one who's be commenting nabo bonke.
Yeah, no, she's promised me good. She's gonna make time for me as well, like you did. And
Okay.
you back.
I can hear you. Yes, yes,
Okay, great.
yes.
So yeah, I was just saying in wrapping up, that's just what I wanted to say that's the next thing, and I'm hoping to also secure something from Unona as well.
Yes.
Yeah. And for you to be, the pioneer of what I'm actually trying to achieve here was just
Mm-hmm.
a working experience for me. It was a very precious, a gold type of moment. And
Mm-hmm.
I really hope that I ask the questions that a lot of other people, want to ask when they actually see you going live and they don't really know how to ask these questions, or they just ask them
Yeah.
in a very weird way, or they can't structure these questions correctly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I hope I've spoken for the majority. I mean, I see a lot of other questions are still popping down there. And yeah. So thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
No problem. No problem. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right then. All right. You have a great evening. Okay, I've got one request.
Yes, yes.
I need to save this live if you don't mind. So the best way
Okay.
for me to be able to access it is for you to, after this live, I think there's an option that says save
Yeah,
or
yeah. No, I
upload.
know how to say it. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. So if you can do that for
You'll
me, I'll
find
be
it.
able to.
You'll find it on my IG. You'll find it on my
Correct. Correct.
IGTV.
Yes. Yeah, this counts definitely as a start to my profile. Thank you so much again, Mandy. You have a great evening.
No problem. No problem. Have a good night, sir. Bye bye.
All right, bye. Thanks. Cheers. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye bye. Let me save this and then yeah, guys. Nibe nokusuka kuhle, guys.